friends, it's Kelly, and I have one more Christmas in July project to share with you. And these are dies that I recently hauled. I have and I'll link that up or down below, from Globleland, that they sent me to give an honest review. And so this is the Gingerbread Die Set, and it's actually, when I bought it, I kind of thought it all was one thing. Well, it's actually two different die sets. This is completely different than this. So this builds its own little house. Let me show you, see how tiny that is. And this is how it ends up kind of looking. It's an ornament. I haven't really finished decorating this one. I'm gonna work on that here in a little while. But this is how it looks when it's cut. So really cute and like perfect for a little Christmas tree ornament. So I think that's super cute. And it has the little topper on top to hang it to the Christmas tree. But that is not what I'm going to focus on today, not that die. This die is the one that I am focusing on. And when I started, it doesn't come with instructions. So anywhere, a lot of these do not come with instructions. So I wasn't really sure how to put it together until I cut everything out. So I made a little prototype here, which is super cute. It's just a 3D little project. And I have a lot of ideas for how I can use these. This is just the prototype. And so this is the one, my finished product, that I ended up decorating and creating. This is a little gingerbread charm, and then that I got from a different place. And these little peppermint slices, they're like clay slices, which are super cute. And the little gumballs. So everything else besides these two things, these little peppermints and the gingerbread, are all part of this die set. All the trim pieces, the windows, everything else, the gumball, candy, it's not gumball. What are those called? Gumdrop candies. The roofing, shingles, everything else. So very super cute. I just think it is adorable. And I have an idea of, you know what a cloche is? If you don't, I'll put a little picture up here. A cloche is like a little glass dome. And I thought, wouldn't that be adorable to set that inside and create like a little Christmas scene? Unfortunately, I don't have one of those, but that I want to go find one. And if I ever do, I will pop back on here and show you the finished project, because that is what I have envisioned. I want to just show you how to put the house itself together and kind of point out what the pieces are and what they're meant for, because some of these are not just, I mean, it just doesn't jump out to you. Oh, I see what that's supposed to be. So I'm going to move this to the side for now. And the first thing I did was I went through and inked all my edges. I did that on my finished one, and you can't really even see it. So you can do that if you want. I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel better about the project. I feel like it needed ink, but you do not have to do that. On this one, you really can't even tell that the edges are inked. So don't do that step if you don't really want to do it. You need 2 of these hexagon pieces. You need 2 of these pieces. This kind of reminds me of like a little file folder, but and then it embosses where you need to fold. So that, just go ahead and crisp those edges down so you have nice crisp edges when you get ready to glue. Oops, let me do it this way. And I'm using American Crafts. Oh, this is oatmeal texture cardstock. The name of the color is Oatmeal. These tabs that I'm folding back, this is where your glue goes. So all these little tabs that are sticking out from the rest, that's where the glue goes. So let's put the glue on the tabs and not directly on the part that I'm gluing to, because the edges are mitered and you're going to run glue outside of the edges. And I just want to make sure that my edges are flush, so the paper meets right there to the edge of the other paper to make a nice crisp corner. I'm going to do that on this side as well with this piece. I'm going to add some glue to my tab here. And just make sure again that my edges are flush. And this is what you have. This is what it's going to look like if you were to lay it out flat. I like to just burnish the tabs to make sure that I have a good adhesion. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Let's give you a little look here. All right, and then we're going to add our next final side over here. Let me grab... Okay. The reason I'm changing is because this tab was, I cut a whole bunch of these. So the tab on this one was on the wrong, the textured side of this paper was not showing, which is really hard to show on camera. So I just want the textured side of the paper to be the outside. I just think I like that little extra texture it gives. And then I'm going to do the same procedure as I did on the other side, making sure my sides are flush, and burnish. Okay, and then I have one more side here. I'm going to glue that side inside. You don't want any of those tabs hanging out on the outside. So I've been gluing this last edge, just making sure everything's lining up. And I'm going to go inside the bottom and burnish that edge. All right. So as you see, I have two more tabs in here to glue down. This one is a little bit trickier, but it's kind of good that the bottom is open, because you'll see I'm just adding glue to both of these tabs. And I'm going to hold it together and then turn it over. This is going to be really hard to show on camera. I'm just going to take my bone folder, or whatever you have, bone folder or some kind of tool to get inside there, and push those tabs down. So, and then that gives us our little 3D house shape. You just glue this piece, you fold it and glue it in half, so you have what looks like a little top hat. Except these pieces at the bottom are going to fold backwards, because this is where you're going to glue it up here to the top. Well, you can't see what I'm doing. Up there to the top. And then these little tiny pieces that come from this die, that is that is the edge of the chimney. So it just gives that a little bit more dimension. Can you see? So I'm just going to add a little bead of glue here. And you could do this a different color. It would be real cute to do it in like white or red or whatever color goes with your color scheme. As you can see, I went with real traditional red, white, and green, but you could use any cute little color scheme. So there's your little chimney piece. And then these pieces are your roofing, your shingles for your roof. And there are 3 different dies for this. So let me kind of show you how I did it. So it looks like this would cut out that middle. It doesn't. It just leaves kind of an indentation. But that is the one that I use for the edge over here. And whenever if you buy this die and you start cutting, cut more of these than you think you're going to need, because each side needs at least 5. And on the other one that I did, I needed 6, because you have to really figure out where you're putting them so you don't so you kind of space them out evenly. So I'll do one side, well, I'll do as much as I can. This is what I have left. I don't have any of the small trim pieces left from cutting. Let me see. But this will do. I'm just kind of trying to give you the idea of how to do this. And I'll go back here in a few minutes and cut some more so I can finish this one up. But so you just start towards the bottom with this big one here. And then you can go to the next one, which is this one here. And what I did with my example one is I alternated colors. Like, they're just very slightly different colors of green. And I didn't show you. Let me show you the green glitter paper that I use. It comes from Recollections from Michaels. So then it's got a whole bunch of different shades of green. I just used a darker green and a brighter green, which it's really subtle, and I don't even know how well it shows up on camera, but I just think it gives it kind of a nice, pretty shimmer. So, and then you just keep going up to the top. And on this one, I might get away with using just 4. Let me see. And I'm going to add a little more glue here. And lay that down. So if what I've just discovered is if you use the bigger pieces exclusively, you only need 4 instead. I mean, you could still use that, but you don't necessarily have to. That is the one that I added up here on this one, which the peppermints kind of cover it up. So I'll go ahead and do this side. And the more you add to this, the more stable it becomes. First I thought, this is so, this is gonna just fall apart. But trust me, the more you add, like the shingles, the doors, the windows, and all these things, the stronger the structure of this little house becomes. So all right, So there's that. I have this little piece to cover up, which I will. I'll just use some of my glitter. And then here is our chimney piece, and you just add glue to those 2 tabs that we folded out backwards. And then you can just set it right on top. Isn't that so cute? So the door would go here. And let me show you how to do a window. It's not really the window that's hard. Well, none of this is hard really, but it's the shutters. So I'm adding some glue to this. Move it over a little bit and up. Okay, and the little shutters are these tiny little pieces. And I think this, I mean, you could skip this part and not put shutters, but I just really think it adds something super cute to the whole design. So I wouldn't skip this part. And then you just, what I'm doing is holding it up because I want the glue to dry it where it's kind of at an angle, or where it has some lift. Do you see how that is on the side? It has lift. I just think that adds another cute detail and gives it even more dimension. And then, so that's your door frame. And then your door just fits right inside there. And you can decorate your door however you want. I used one of these little tiny peppermints as my doorknob, and then I added a little green heart to the center, which I don't think I have any more of the green hearts cut out. Oh, I do. I found one, so we'll go ahead and put that there. And I will link where I got the little peppermint slices in the description box below, as well as the direct link to this whole die set from Globleland. I love this die. I think it does take patience. It is a little bit finicky, but it's so cute and so fun. Okay, and let me show you how to put together the little candy cane. If I can find a piece over here. Let's make let's make a green one this time. The other ones I made red and white ones, so here we'll make a green one. So all I've done with this, you cut out these two. The solid one I cut out on white, as you can see here, and then the green, or the striped part, I cut out on green. So just add a little bit of a little bead of glue, and then just set that on top. The glue I'm using dries clear, so yes, it's seeping through the holes, but you're never gonna see that because, like I said, it dries clear. So there is a cute little candy cane. Oops, get that. So that's how you do the candy cane. And let me see, is there anything else? So on this one, I use there are the bubble gum drops. Why do I keep calling them? They're just gum drops. They're not bubble gum drops, which is this die here. And you only get one. So if you want to make the trim, the border around the bottom with bubble gum, with gum drops, you have to cut a whole lot. So that is really, to me, the only downfall is you get one of those, and that takes a long time to cut that many pieces. So to me, it was worth it just because it looks so cute on here that I don't care about. I didn't mind taking the time. And another thing, I have a Gemini electric cutter, so I fold my sheets, or I double stack my paper and cut them, so I'm getting 2 at a time, so it makes it go a little faster. I don't think I could get more than 2 cuts per die, so that makes it a little bit faster. So maybe your die cutting machine will do the same thing. Here are the 2 candy canes like I just showed you that form a heart. So cute. I just used more of the scallop pieces. That's why I ran out, because I added scallop pieces to finish the sides. This little piece of trim is this right here, and I trimmed all my edges with these little pieces. So again, a lot of die cutting. I use the diamond stickles, which I use this pretty much anytime I use glitter. It's usually this diamond stickles because it matches everything and it's beautiful. So I added diamond stickles to all the inside of the window panes here and here. I added stickles to the chimney top. I added stickles on all my corners or edges. And it feels super solid, like. And then I just glued my little charm to my little gingerbread charm to the front. And that is it. I love this die set. I think it's so cute. I hope that this has inspired you to create one of these on your own. Be sure to check out the links in the description box below. There is also a coupon code for Globleland where you get $5 off for every $40 you purchase. So be sure and check that out. The code is Kelly5, Kelly 5. And you'll find all that information below too. So thank you so much for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.